I don't know. You know, uh, I just don't have a lot to say. The news is just devastating to everybody who knew him, known him a long time. And, he means a lot to me, obviously. He was such a great opponent, you know. It's what you want in sports. He had that DNA that very few athletes can ever have. The Tiger Woods and the Michael Jordans. It's funny. I was getting to know him more since he retired. This is a tough one. We have to go play. The news is just so devastating for Vanessa and his family, and there's just so many people he touched, it's looking at my young players and seeing how emotional they are. They didn't even know him, and it just tells you how far his reach was. So, this is just shocking news for all of us. And sorry, I don't have a lot to say. I just can't. I have to go talk to a team before a game and tell them to play a game.
What was your last interaction with Kobe like?
It was great. We were at a function 3 or 4 weeks ago, and we sat and talked for probably 45 minutes. We always like to reminisce. We would always laugh at our versions of our losses. When we beat them in 2008, he had his version, and when they beat us in 2010, I had my version, and we would laugh at how different we looked at the games. This is a great loss for the league, and I thought he had so much more left to do, and he was starting to do it. Never seen him happier, So, I don't know.
What do you feel blessed that you were able to?
Yeah, I'm lucky that I was part. I'm lucky that I, got to coach and compete, against him, and and I feel for so many people. I mean, it's obviously his family. I can't imagine. Lou played with him. Ty Lue played with him. Cliff coached with him. Kawhi was very, very close with him, and so was Paul George. And he meant a lot of good for our league, and especially the competitive part of our league. So, sometimes things don't make sense, and there's times you should feel, you just feel sad, and this is one of them, and you have to get through it. We all will. We all have to be strong. We laughed and joked about the mama mentality, we're all gonna need it right now, and there's nobody. I think everybody right now is a Laker fan. We're all Lakers today. You feel for that community, for Jeannie and everyone else. I think people think because you compete against people sometimes that you don't have a relationship with them and you don't like, and it's probably the exact opposite. I think sometimes the more you compete, the more respect you have for the opponent. I would say that's the way I felt with Kobe, and so that's all. I just don't have a lot to say.
here for about an hour and a half, and I'm still in disbelief. It's incredible. And if what he's saying is true, our hearts go out to Kobe Bryant and his family. It's terrible. It's just incredible.
Tragic, man. It's so tragic, man. Like, we're talking about the greatest player, one of the greats, man. Like, we all grew up, we all felt like we knew Kobe. You know, just to watch his journey, and then for it to happen like this, or for him to leave us like this is tragic. And now I'm hearing that one of his daughters was on the helicopter too. I'm just in disbelief. I pray, man.
That is confirmed, and it's absolutely terrible. And we cover sadly a lot of stories related to aviation.
He is just, he was one of the most special individuals I've ever met. And it wasn't just his on-the-court performance, it was who he wanted to be, how he held himself. And we're all prone to make mistakes. We all live this life. But his innate character, his being, his spirit was incredible. It was just incredible. And it's rare that I've been around a lot of people in my life, and every time I was around him, if that was through the Players Tribune, if that was through as a player, if that was through random workouts, there's something so damn uplifting about him. It just made you want to be better in every aspect of your life, because that's who he was, and that's the standard of excellence that he held himself to all the time. And today's a tough day.
When I first saw it, I didn't believe it was real. I originally thought it was fake, or I'm like, no, that Kobe, no, that can't be real. And then once I heard his daughter was on that helicopter too, my heart sank even more. It was a big surprise to me, and there's a big hole in my heart from that, because Kobe was not only a great player, but a good man of character as well.
That whoever wins the tip, and in this case Toronto, they are going to let the shot clock run out because of the number 24 to honor Kobe Bryant. Fitting. Appropriate. Is Fred VanVleet holding on to it, and the crowd recognizing what this means. Sean, how did these guys play?
I don't know, you tell me. It'd be tough for me in this situation.
We've been told the NBA is planning or has canceled some of the games this evening. And DeJounte Murray will do the same. 24-second shot clock, of course, Kobe Bryant, number 24.
It's very difficult for me to put in words how I feel about the loss of Kobe Bryant. As a young boy, I met him when he was 11 or 12 years old. I was friends with his dad, Joe. We were former adversaries. Joe played for the 76ers, but he was a good friend and someone that I shared a friendship. And it's hard for me to understand now how this is affecting Joe and his wife. So to Kobe's family, I want to send my most sincere and heartfelt regrets and prayers, and my thoughts are with you guys. Kobe was an incredible family man. He loved his wife and daughters. He was an incredible athlete and a leader in a lot of ways. He inspired a whole generation of young athletes. He was one of the first ones to leave high school and come into the NBA and do so well, dominating the game and becoming one of the best scorers that the Los Angeles Lakers has ever seen. I had the privilege of being there when he scored his 81-point game, and it was something that I will always remember as one of the highlights of the things that I have learned and observed in sports. Kobe, my thoughts are with you. Absolutely. Rest in peace, young man. This loss it's just hard to comprehend. Go with God.
What can I say? Mamba out.